Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining our heart-opening cacao workshop, how to make a ceremonial cup of cacao for yourself. So I'm gonna do a little demo here, how I'm making it for myself. And first we're gonna go over all the tools that we have. So I'm always having my cacao ready, and I love how you can see the patterns of it. So I'm really connecting with the cacao, seeing like if there are any messages, just kind of like looking at surface. So that's the first step I do. And then as far as the tools, so obviously we have cacao, we need the cutting board, we need a knife to chop it, we need a wooden spoon to measure it, we need a cup to measure the water, and then we have a little cinnamon and a little cardamom here to add a little bit, and then a jar where I'm gonna mixing it all, and here is I'm gonna make it all the magical frothing. And then I always lit the candle just to kind of connect and make it more ritual. And then I have my cup ready where I'm later pour, and then we're gonna connect with our heart. And then before I'm gonna start, I use the tools. I always use the same tools with cacao, so I kind of keep it separate, making another food with it. So it's already like in my practice, it's all serving cacao. But if you don't plan to do it daily, so I recommend to kind of lit up the sage, and then or a Palo Santo or anything you would like to clear, and then just clear the space. Clear the knife, definitely, if you're using it for other purposes. Clear any tools we have here. We're gonna do it later on pendulum too, and then just kind of clearing the space, removing any energies that are not aligned with the highest and greatest good, and then leaving it here so it kind of does its own little cleansing. And then before we're gonna start, so we have the cacao ready, we have all the tools ready, and just before I'm gonna start cutting it, I always hold it in my hands and really connecting with the plant medicine, the beautiful medicine of cacao. And we're gonna invite in the beautiful sacred plant medicine cacao, and may it bring us the alignment, the balance, and opening our hearts, and really seeing ourselves with this compassion and inner light we have inside of us, and just connecting with that. And just by looking at it, it always has the story. So kind of look at the shapes and like the coloration here. So I really like that, to kind of observe and see what messages comes through. And then on your own time, when you're done connecting, and as per the recipe, we're gonna do just for 1 cup, which is the measuring cup. So gonna first, as we're connecting, and I like to chop my own cacao because then you're really truly connecting. And you can put your favorite music on as you start chopping the cacao, kind of your own time, your own pace. And it's even maybe better to stand up. I mean, if you, or the counter, it's like standing up. I'm showing you still sitting it down, so you can see how it's chopping it nicely. So we kind of like visually thinking 1 cup, it's like about 4 tablespoons. I have the wooden spoon, but it is the measurement of the tablespoon. So you kind of visually see, like right now, I think I have like 2 here, or a little bit over. So I'm chopping it a little bit more. And then while you're chopping it, you can also put the water. I have the water next to me, and I use high quality water. So you can start boiling the water, but we don't use the boiling water, so it's just kind of bring it to boiling, and then wait a little bit. So I think I have a good 4 spoons here, and then I'm gonna taking now this jar where I'm usually making it. It is a little bit big for 1 cup, but I usually make it more, but just it's a good, like otherwise good size if you're making 2 cups, because you can really make it frothy by hand. And that's what I always do by hand, because you are really connecting with it, and hands or palms are your energy portals. So when you're really doing it, everything by hand, you're connecting more with the medicine. So measuring now 4, so it's like 1, 2, and it's really nice full tablespoons, 3 and 4, and I have a little bit over, so I'm gonna put this aside for later. You can just move it or you can use it and leave this cacao here. And now we're gonna use a little bit of cardamom and cinnamon, and that's for 1 cup. I really only would put it like a little splash, just a little taste. And then for cinnamon, same way. You can also use other ingredients, so it's really like showing you like how much. Okay, and then we have that ready, and now we're gonna pour the water, boil, but it has, you know, keeps going down. Also, when you're putting in a cup, it's already cooling it down, so you don't never want to use it like really boiling water. So we're measuring it exactly 1 cup, as you can see. With 1 cup, pouring it here. And now you can also use a sage again, like clear anything that needs to be cleared. I use pendulum just to kind of clear away anything that is not in alignment with the stay and moment. And then also blessing it, removing it is counterclockwise and blessing it is clockwise. So kind of the pendulum does its own thing. And as you're blessing it, that's when you start connecting really with this cacao spirit, and also what messages come through, and just with your heart space. And then I'm putting it aside, and then just allowing it to kind of smell the really sacred smell here. And it's so good. And then I'm taking my vanilla, and then that's when you're gonna connect with you can even take a moment, just kind of connect with the cacao spirit and plant medicine. You can take a couple breaths in, and if you have a music playing on, you can just start kind of making this beautiful drink now for yourself. You can sing to it, or you can just be quiet and just allowing whatever messages come through you. And really visualizing and sending so much love into this drink, to this practice, to this ritual, to your intention. As your intention starts forming now, as you're connecting with this cacao spirit and cacao, and it's really, usually I do it like until I see the rainbow bubbles, so you can go faster, and it takes like, you really intuitively start feeling it, how many minutes you need to do it or how long. Again, like it's better to do it standing up for your back. And if you don't have this wooden one, I also brought this one here. You can also use the one, I'm going to show you this one too. The wooden one you can order in Amazon, of course, but if you want to use this one, so I'm just gonna show you like kind of like how it's like the bubbles gonna start forming beautifully, and then you can totally use this one too. So it does the same thing. This cacao likes the wooden element because it is like earth element, but just I personally prefer doing it by hand. But if you I know you can do it in electric blenders too, but I prefer, and my teachings is to do it by hand and really connect. The purpose here is to connect and take time for yourself. And now it gets really nice and frothy. Maybe a couple more minutes. And then if it's ready, we kind of put our hands over it and we're going to bless this as we're inviting in connecting with the elements of the nature, the air, the east, giving gratitude to the wind blowing, and giving gratitude to the south, the fire, the sacred fire igniting us, and then giving gratitude to the west, the waters, our emotions, let them flow freely as water. And we're giving gratitude to the earth, always nurturing us, providing us. And then we always give gratitude to the as above, the central sun, the stars and moon, and so below, the ancestors who walked this path before us. So you kind of bless, and you can do it on your own, invocation, whatever comes true. And lastly, always connecting our divine self and giving the deepest gratitude to Ish Cacao, being on this heart opener journey and guiding us to open our hearts. And so it is so, aho. And then we're taking the cup, we have it ready, and then we just pour this beautiful drink into our cup. And voila. And as you can see, it's really special and it's made from your heart. And now you can set your own intention for the day or whatever is your practice, but kind of holding it always in your heart space. And that gonna be a separate video, how to set the intentions. But right now, that's where we're gonna end. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it cleared you how to connect with cacao and how to make the cup for yourself. So I have a wish you from my heart to yours a lot of light and a lot of blessings. And Maltiosh Ish Cacao.